repeat, this is not a drill.
Is that all you got?
Let's begin, bro. What up?
Shall we begin?
Let's begin, bro.
In today's world of technology, supply shortages, fuel shortages, and war, now more than ever is the time to prepare. Throughout human history, over 1 billion people have died from disease that would have been cured by everyday antibiotics. Over 99% of Americans do not have a supply of emergency antibiotics. Over 98% of antibiotics are produced overseas. The chance that that antibiotic supply chain could be interrupted at some point is 100%. If that were to happen, experts predict that local pharmacies would run out of antibiotics in a few weeks. The time to prepare is now. Every home needs to purchase a Jace case. If we got your attention, visit our website today at jacemedical.com/Infantry Outdoors. Be sure to use promo code Infantry10 for 10% off your order. Be prepared with Jace Case.
Infantry Outdoors live stream is brought to you in part by Silver Connections Group, a digital marketing agency providing website development, Google boosting, social media management, and so much more. Visit them online at silverconnectionsmobile.com or call today. Also by water purification products, pure water at your fingertips, providing the complete package, including sales, installation, and service, fully licensed and insured. Visit them at waterpurificationproducts.com or give them a call today. Pure water is at your fingertips. And Mayhem Studios for all your multimedia needs. They'll give your videos a professional look. Contact them at mayhemstudios@yahoo.com. And also, don't forget, use promo code INFANTRY to unlock more savings.
All I wanna be.
My name is DJ Infantry, and I am legally blind. My passion for the outdoors has taken me to some amazing places, and I have done some incredible things, all with one mission in mind: to inspire you to get outdoors.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh. I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Welcome to Infantry Outdoors. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday to you and yours, and welcome to Infantry Outdoors Live. Let me make sure we got everything set up here. All right. Hope you guys are having an amazing Friday. Hope you're having a great day and a great start to the weekend wherever you are around the world. And, well, it's another Friday here, and you know the routine, you know the drill. Big shout out going out to the chat. What's up, Francis Fishing Adventure, or Outdoors rather, and Victoria Rose. Good evening to you guys. So glad to have you. As you guys know, when you come in, please do us a solid of giving it a thumbs up. It does help YouTube to keep sharing it out. And of course, if you are not subscribed by now, please subscribe, because we got a lot in store here on Infantry Outdoors. Friday night live streams, Trapping Tuesdays, and our uploads on Wednesdays. Lots going on. Lots of guan, Infantry. Lots of guan. But yeah, man, it's been a good week, I guess. All in all, hope you guys. I got a couple phone calls this week. Infantry, you all right? You live? We didn't get the trap line. Yeah, I didn't get the trap line done this week, but I got a good one coming out for you next week. Remember that we do Trapping Tuesdays every Tuesday, and it's been a lot of fun. We were like 5 or 6 episodes in, and it's been an adventure. We've got some catches, some releases. I've learned a lot. But yeah, it's been really cool. But check it out. Not bad for a blind guy. That's what I got to say. If a blind guy can do it, so can you. So coming up this week, like I said, we'll have Trapping on Tuesdays. And Wednesdays, I'm releasing a shorter version of the Jace Medical commercial. If you guys haven't seen the Jace review, go back and check that out. It's a great way. I still have it sitting here on the desk. Great way to prepare and to stock up on some antibiotics in your preps. Get them legit from a doctor straight to you. All you got to do is go to jacemedical.com/Infantry Outdoors. Be sure and use promo code Infantry10, all in caps, and you'll get 10% off. So anyways, what else? Anything else I need to say? Oh, yeah, Friday night. If you guys want to be part of the Tuesday trap line, we have a thing going on. Our P.O. box for fan mail is always linked down in the description box below for you guys to send out stuff, for sponsors to send out things and things like that. But if anybody wants to send a trap to help with Trapping Tuesdays as we move forward, because we will be going into actual trapping season out on open land, we want to get more traps. So if you want to sponsor a trap or send a trap, the P.O. box is down below. If you do send a trap, we will, whatever animal we get in that, with the first animal, we will name it after you. And we will send you out a special plaque made out of the fur that I'm going to do for anybody that sends a trap. So that's what we got going on. If you want to help out, Mayhem Studios has already done one. Big shout outs to him. He is one of our sponsors, but we've purchased Jace antibiotics. Sweet. That's good to hear, Victoria. Very cool. But with that said, announcements are done. Check out all the new things I got going on here in the stream, guys. I got the new name over here. Or wait, the new name is right. That camera goes that way, right there. And then I know that everybody likes watching the chat overlay. That's been a big thing. So now we're going to go over to the chat. So let's see what you guys got going on. There you go. There's your new chat overlay. Infantry's now learned a thing or two, guys. Let me see where the chat overlay is at. But yeah, the overlay might be a little bit behind, but what are y'all going to trap? I am currently trapping raccoons. I have private property land that the landowner is giving me. I'm pretty much trapping for whatever. If a skunk goes in there, anything but a possum. We've been getting a lot of possums. Not a lot. What I've been doing, I'm going to figure out if it's a lot of possums or just a group of possums. Every time we catch a possum, I spray paint their butt green. So I can start to identify, are we catching the same ones or we're not? Because if we're not, this guy's got a lot of possums, and I'm going to have to start getting rid of them. But yeah, we're basically trapping for whatever goes in the trap, but targeting specifically towards raccoons. So good question, Victoria. Yeah, and if you guys got questions or anything, interact with me in the chat. I now have a jumbo chat here, so I've been learning some things. I may not have been here last week or put up an upload, but I spent my week. Look, I've been learning this. I've been learning a lot of other things on OBS to make the chat or to make the stream better for you guys. We have chat alerts now that should come on if somebody subscribes. It should tell me. If someone super chats, it should tell me. I have no idea if any of this stuff works, but we'll find out together. So, but yeah. With that said, guys, make sure that when you do come in, you ring the bell. And if you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything. Make sure that you ring the bell too, so that you're notified every Tuesdays, every Wednesdays, and every Fridays. So it's National Preparedness Month, right? Oh no, let's go over here. Rainbow River, what's going on, family? Happy Friday. What type of trap is the best for your targeted species? Okay, in the state of Florida, I'm allowed to use two types of traps: snares and live traps. They look like cages with a door in the front. I'm using live traps. The sole reason is when you have the animal in a snare and you walk up on the animal has some freedom. So for me, being visually impaired, the cage traps are the best. Targeting towards the raccoon size, foxes, all the way up to coyotes and bobcats. So I would like to get a couple coyote and bobcat traps. I would like to get, some more of the raccoon size. But yeah, that's what we're trying to work with. To have a heart, if you go on Amazon, I have a link on all the Trapping Tuesdays videos that says the cage that we're using. That's the cage size I'm using. So it's that and bigger is what I'm looking to get. Because I would like to get a size cage to get a bobcat or a coyote, or one or two of those. Because obviously the more traps that I have, the better my odds are. Right now we're running 2 traps. And we're getting something pretty much every day, whether it's a possum, whether it's coons. We had a double day, which you guys will see coming up. We had a double day on the trap line, which was really cool. And checking the dog there for a sec. But yeah, we're going for raccoon, skunk, bobcat, fox, rabbit. I want to start trapping for rabbit because I love me some rabbit meat. But yeah, that's what we got going on. Like I said, guys, as your chats come in, I'm going to be happy to read them. I have a great squirrel trap. You buy big rat traps, nail them to the trees, put a small amount of peanut butter on it, set it, and instant dinner. Hot dog. What I do with the squirrels, which you can go back and watch last year's videos, because that's coming up here for us here where I'm at in Florida, is squirrel season. What I do is I have a feeder that I put out there, and I put corn and stuff out in the feeder, corn, peanuts, things like that, bird food. And I have a little spot that me and my son found out by this tree. And I just go sit out there with my air rifle, and I wait for him to go to the bird feeder and take the bird food, and Bob's your uncle. Because for me, with my visual impairment, I can't see them in the trees. I can't locate them. So I have to bring them to me. So we put out the food and we just sit and get our squirrels that way. But yeah, that's a pretty neat idea though. Big rat traps, instant dinner. I like that idea. That one of us should make a video out of that. That's great for like prepping or survival. Guys, just as a reminder too, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe for more. As I started off, we said it is National Preparedness Month. So we are going. You're welcome very much, Miss Victoria. Being prepared is something we've covered multiple times on this channel. But with the month and everything, I think it's a good idea that we just briefly cover some of the stuff. It's always good to be prepared. I'm an Eagle Scout. Boy Scout motto is be prepared. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. What does being prepared mean? Being prepared means having the things that you need when things happen, when life occurs, when situations arise, whether it's a natural disaster, a medical disaster, a outbreak, pandemic, whatever it might be. And it really is very simple. To be prepared is just to have knowledge of you, your family, your surroundings, your environment. If the stuff hits the fan, you need to know what the weak points are. And obviously you will, because you live in your area, you do the day-to-day, you know what's in your home. So it's basically just go down to how many do I have of everything? And do I have extras? And learn to, which is something my wife and I always have a problem with. I'm on the other side, she's on the lesser side, but I always buy things before we run out of them, whereas she runs out, then buys them. So that's another thing that you guys have to learn, is to buy things even though you don't need them. For example, canned chicken is something we eat a whole lot of in the house, but canned chicken is also something you can store for long periods of time. So we always buy canned chicken. It goes on the shelf, even if I have a stockpile of it. It's great. Another thing that I buy, or at least I try to buy every single time, food-wise, meaning, is like a freeze-dried food or a Mountain House. You can get them in Walmart in the camping section. You know, you get a bunch of those together. I actually have 2 boxes. I have 1 box for breakfast and 1 for lunch, dinners, and things like that. We have, you know, that right there alone are great meals that only require I can't talk. English is tough, infantry. That only require boiling water to prepare, right? Victoria said, I saw the biggest possum I've seen in my life a few days ago. Apparently, it stayed in the shed at my Graham's farm with the cats and is not completely feral. I'm not. Okay, let me finish this prep thing and we're going to go. I'm going to talk to you about that, Victoria, for sure. But check this out. So the thing with the Mountain House foods is, again, hunting season is right around the corner, right? When I go out into the woods and I go hunting, that's what I'm going to put in my pack. I need that. I need some water. I need a little butane stove to boil the water. And let me tell you, I got breakfast. I got lunch. I got dinner. Excuse me. My youngest came home with a cold. And he loves daddy so much, he shares everything with me. Oh, cool. Chat board. Yeah, you like that, Vash, huh? Look at the new stuff. Hey, Vash, check this out. Hold on. I love you guys, but I'm not going to, like, stay on this, but check this out, Vash. Look at the background. Ooh. Infantry has been working this week, all right? Let's go back to the chat. See that? And we can do screen captures. I got all kinds of stuff, dude. I've been learning new tricks, you know? See, I can show you the screen capture screen now. Boom. Full screen mode, so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Look how big my chat screen is now. Now I can actually read what the hell you guys write. But what's up, Vash, man? Good to see you. Let's go back to the chat. So with, again, hunting, I plan on taking my son and sometimes have my wife and both sons that are going to be going with me into the blind for the week that we have our permit. So to have something where all we got to do is heat up some water real quick. You take a couple bottles of water, you take a nesting cup, you take your bag of food, your spoon. It doesn't take much to pack in, you know, and that's the point of those that I was trying to make. But let me go back up here. Hold on. Boom. Okay. So you guys go to the possums. Okay. The thing with the possums is I don't kill them unless I have to. I don't firmly believe that possums are a menace. Okay. I believe they're a nuisance. I believe that they eat chicken eggs and that they can and will take down chickens, but they don't. They're scavengers. They're at the bottom of the predatory food chain. You know, not like a raccoon, where a raccoon will legit come after you, will try to eat you. Watch my videos, you'll see. You'll see. Now, I did have a possum the other day. It hasn't made it to the videos yet, but I did have a possum, a little guy that I had to take out simply because he was a badass. And I had to show him who was a bigger badass, me or him, because we hit him. I mean, my wife whacked him with a stick and he stood his ground. He didn't want to run. He was out of the cage. He didn't want to leave. So, being he was a badass and he just wanted to hiss and growl, I went and grabbed the thing and took care of him. Some freeze-dried food you can buy with food stamps. Thought y'all would like to know that. Yeah, and that's another thing. I buy it with food stamps. That's exactly what I do. Hey, listen, if y'all go into Walmart, right? I have 4 or 5 of these, and we even gave one away. They have the 24, no, I think it's 48-hour freeze-dried kit. Comes in a plastic tub, sealed and everything. I think it's $20 is what we paid for it. Those things are great. Food stamps will cover it. Now, they're all the same flavor. That's the only qualm I have with that, is that they're all the same flavor. But I have 4 of them. I could put stuff in between. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Vash says, laugh out loud. I was asked what my pronoun was for the first time in my life today, and now you called me Victoria. It's a good thing I'm secure in my masculinity. Sweet new screen stuff. No, but there is a Victoria in here, buddy. Right here, Victoria Rose. I wasn't calling you a chick, dude. I know who Vash Matrix is. Brother, you've been in my stream a time or two. I'm blind. I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? And as big as this damn screen is now, I can definitely see Victoria Rose and Vash Matrix right there. So, but yeah, man, that's the thing with the freeze-dried food. So again, I'm glad you guys are on board with that too. And for those watching on the replay, you know, I hope you keep and catch up with us. That's why I'm going to put the chat up here so that you can be part of the live. Let's see how far behind it is. Wow, it's like actually kind of behind. Thank you. But yeah, the chat that you guys see on the screen is way behind, but that's okay. So anyways, being able to buy extra when it's not needed, that's the big thing. Being able to buy 1 can of chicken, 1 bag of mac and cheese, 1 box of cereal, and put it away. Just put it away. Store it and put it away. Don't eat it. Don't think about it like a savings account. No, but you read it as a Victoria on the possum, but that was me. Oh, thing was a monster. There's some big possums. There are some. I've caught a few. The one we spray painted today was pretty big. But I'm curious again to know, do I have the same possums or do I have a lot of possums? If I have a lot of possums, then we got to thin out the herd. But possums, see, the thing with possums is they eat the bugs, i.e. the ticks. They eat the grubs. They eat the worm, you know, things like that. They do eat chicken eggs and they will attack your chicken if they're hungry enough. But it's not a normal thing for a possum to eat your chicken. If y'all know you had a possum eat your chicken and you can confirm this, put it in the chat. I would like to know, or drop it in the comments if you're watching on the replay. But yeah, man, stock up on your stuff. Being prepared really isn't hard. Now, the hardest challenge is if you are a medically necessary person, being able to get your meds stocked up enough for a supply. Now, we have gotten insider information on how to do that and putting that out in another video that, you know, you have to check with your state or where you live, but you have a window in which to put in your prescriptions. And if you use that window properly, you can use that window to make your stocks. So, you know, A lot of ways you can do it. Water, make sure you have water. Not only water for drinking, but if you have a woman in your home, or even if you're a dude, you want to have water to flush the toilet. If you go and you drop a deuce, you want to get rid of that deuce. You're not going to want to let it hang out because it's going to get stinky, stinky, stinky. So make sure you have water not only to drink, not only to cook, but to clean and to flush the toilet. You'll thank me for that. Batteries for flashlights or however you're planning to illuminate. I'm blind as hell. I have to have light at night, so I've got like 2 headlamps. This is just me. 2 headlamps, like 6 flashlights. I mean, there's plenty of stuff in my house to where I won't get stuck. Plus I got the flashlight on the phone, flashlight on the tablet, all that good sort of stuff. Yeah, the chat that you see on the screen is about 10 seconds behind. I hear a possum is fine to eat. Zachary Powler called it awesome possum. Here's the thing, though, Vash, that scares me with awesome possum is they carry hepatitis. I think it's hepatitis. It starts with an H. I always joke around and say they got herpes, but they carry hepatitis, and I'm not itching. I do want to try one, but I'm not itching to get sick off of trying something, And another thing, y'all, but it's gonna be crazy to hear. I've learned how to skin. Like I'm getting really good at skinning these raccoons and turning them into hides. We're up to 5, by the way, on the trap line. We got 5 raccoons. I'm getting really good at skinning them and furring them out. I have no idea how to gut the animal. And until somebody shows me, I'm not even going to try to do it. It's not worth it because you can get sick. It could go turn south real quick. So, but then again, with any meat, if you cook it long enough, you can't get sick. It just tastes like charcoal. Bear Grylls said that if you cook it long enough, you can eat anything. Victoria says we've been saving our clean, empty plastic kitty litter containers for toilet flushing and washing laundry. Okay, here's another thing for you. Laundry. You have laundry detergent that you buy, right? I'm assuming like I do and everybody else does, and they come in plastic laundry detergent bottles. Wash those out really good. Okay, I mean, this is obviously, I'm not going to tell you to use this for drinking or consuming. Wash those out really good, fill them up and stick them by the toilet. You got free water bottles. If anybody buys milk at the store, you have free milk jugs. A lot of places will give you milk crates for free to get rid of them. Get you some milk crates. Now you can stack 4 milk jugs per crate. I think we got like 4, 8, 12, like 16 gallons of water stacked in the corner. But that's free. Wash it out really good with soap and hot water. Clean it out. You got free water containers. So keep that in mind, guys. But that's another good way. Kitty litter containers. Now, if they're the buckets, the sealable buckets, I would actually wash those out really well and use that for storing food. You know what I'm saying? Versus water. Because water, again, you can put water in free containers that you can get anywhere. Just like the kitty litter thing you were saying. The kitty litter buckets, those I would store food, like Mylar bags of food, or maybe even use that to store your mountain house. Stuff like that's me personally. That's just what I would do because you can stack those buckets. That's another nice thing about kitty litter buckets. Yes, indeed, everybody. I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. Remember, we do this every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Every week we cover a different topic. Now, this week and next week, we are going to stick on the preparedness theme for the month and what you need to be prepared. So if I don't cover anything today, I'll cover it next Friday. But if you do have any handicap questions about prepping, please feel free to ask. If I can help you out in that department, I surely will. But I will remind you to check out the Jace case. You guys, antibiotics, that's a big thing, man. I got it still sitting right here. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but there it is. The Jace case. Blue screen's messing it up. But I'm happy to be working with them. I think it's a great company, great idea. One of these Fridays, I'm going to get a rep from Jace to come on here on the stream with us, hang out, have a little fun, talk about the company, the concept, and everything behind it. So be sure to stay tuned. And that's why you guys got to do the thing. You got to do your thing. You got to come over here, Infantry, and show them how to do the thing. You got to come over here and you got to hit that button and you got to subscribe. That's right. You got to subscribe, become part of the family, ring the bell to all notifications so you're notified every Tuesday for Trapping Tuesdays, Wednesdays for uploads, and on Fridays when we live stream. And of course, if you want to help and support our work here on the program, here's the way one of the two ways you can do it. Either you donate through our link down below, or you guys watching live can hit that super chat, or I think it's called a super chat and super thanks if you're watching on the replay. If you do donate, thank you so much in advance. But yeah, Infantry's been learning a lot of new gizmos and gadgets in the OBS world. Hope you guys appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy it. You know, the nights that, like I said, the nights that we have where we're going to watch other videos, we have a screen for that now. This background I'm going to change out throughout the week, you know, each and every week, which I think is pretty cool. Like I always do. And the best part that I like is I've got this big giant chat over here that I can actually not have to lean forward all the way and read you guys' comments, which I'm very, very thankful I learned how to do this. And I got to give a big shout out to the channel that really, I know he doesn't need the shout out, but let me turn this down so it doesn't go off. Otherwise, guys might get oh yeah. Hold on a second. No, don't do that. You go that way. You go that way, and I go this way. You go this way, I go that way. Where is he? Here he is. Michael Ferrer Jr. Feyrer. Ferrer. Michael Ferrer Jr. Yo, this dude knows OBS like nobody's tomorrow. I have learned how to do the chat overlays. I learned how to put the chat box in here. I learned how to do effects, all kinds of stuff that just really makes it look a lot better. I mean, what do you guys think? You guys are the viewers. You're the ones that I'm doing this for. But let me come up here. Hold on a moment. Awesome possum. Okay, we got that one. We've been saving our clean, empty glitter containers. I got that one. Buy an antibiotic book to go with your antibiotics. It comes with one. Actually, I'm going to hold the chat right there. Hold on. That's another thing I like. Unless you're telling me to additionally buy one that on top of the one it comes with, but it comes with one right here. It comes with an emergency antibiotics guide. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's going to green screen on you too. Sorry about that, guys. Emergency antibiotics guide. In here, it tells you. All right, hold on. Copyright. So don't copyright me. You can't copyright me. I work for the company, which means I have permission to use all rights and thereof as a company representative. All right, contents by drug. So it tells you. You know, you look up your drug, and then it tells you contents by condition. So anthrax, bacterial vaginitis, bites, the plague, pneumonia. Hold on. Sinusitis? I don't know. Skin infection. I mean, it's got a bunch of shit in here. You get the idea. Amoxicillin, you know, and it goes through all that stuff like traveler's disease and stuff like that. But yeah, it does have that in here. Again, this is a really cool kit. Again, that's why you see it's in my hand. It's a product I use. I don't put products on my channel that we don't endorse just to endorse. It has to be something I believe in, or I'm not going to even bring it here. But if you want to answer my question to that, hey, what's up, my brother Coyote, the right's trapping in the building. Good evening to you, sir. Vash says, you're the first I heard of Jace from Good Idea. What? Hold on. You're the first I've heard of Jace from. Really? I've heard it on several channels, but that's cool. I'm glad I've been the first one. Good Idea, Victoria. I have some I'm allergic to, so I should learn which family of pharmaceuticals to avoid. Right? Like me, here's the thing. Pretty much boils down to hold on. Penicillin and codeine. Okay, I'm allergic to codeine, so I have to get penicillin products. If you're allergic to penicillin, then you would get codeine products. See how it works. And they actually have, if you watch the video that I put up for you guys, not the short one that's coming out, the one from last week, it actually shows you there is you do a physician's list of things, and you get prescribed this by a physician. So it is 100% legit, and you just have to pretty much know what you're allergic to, you know. The effect of the green book is actually really cool. Yeah, that was pretty trippy, wasn't it? Coyote, bro, where are you at tonight? Are you home? Are you still stuck on the road? This man, I tell you what, you got to be my brother, my family member, because Christ, if Coyote, you can't catch a break. Last I talked to Coyote, his broke down again. Now waiting on a fuel pump. And if y'all ever had a fuel pump go out, you know damn good and well you don't know when the fuel pump gonna go out. So, Kyle, what do you think of the new look, man? Check this out. Let me show you some cool stuff right quick. Boop. I'm gonna put the chat to the side. Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful night wherever you are around the world. As you come in, please do us that solid and give us a thumbs up on the channel and on tonight's live stream. As again, we were talking about prepping for National Preparedness Month. And while you're here, I ask a big solid of you when you give us that thumbs up. Go over and click that button and make sure that you are subscribed for more. Make sure that you ring the bell to all notifications so you're notified every time we put up a new video for Trapping Tuesdays, which is Tuesdays, Wednesdays for our uploads, and Friday nights when we live stream. So with all of that said, so good to have you guys on a Friday night. Hope you're having an amazing start to the weekend. Let's go back to the chat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh man, my kid got me sick. So where I left off with on prepping was electronics like your headlamps and things like that. Make sure that you have plenty of batteries. Now, if your disability or your condition requires you to be electrically dependent, meaning you need the use of a device for anything, speech, vision, communications, emergency relay, you're going to want to definitely look into things like a generator or a Jackery type generator, the gasless generators. I would go personally for a disabled person with the gasless generators. One, because you can plug solar panels into them and charge it up straight from doing nothing. And two, you don't have to put gas. You don't have to carry. They're not heavy. You can run a bunch of crap off of them, and they're really good. So again, depending on your situation, your preparedness level will determine, all of that. You're home, hot dog. I'm so glad to hear that, bro. Bet the missus missed you a whole bunch. Bet Dingo's glad to be home, and the new pup's glad to be home in the new home. But what else did I have lined up for the preps tonight? Because we're gonna do this again next week. So same time, same place, Fridays at 10. Remember that. What else was I gonna tell you guys? So we cover food, we cover fire. You gotta make sure you got fire. So fire can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. And when I say fire, I mean ways of, depending on the time of year, keeping yourself warm, to cooking your food, to boiling water, to drink it. Okay, fire is an essential. So having a way to prepare your fire, to make your fire, whether it's a propane stove, whether it's whatever. Now remember, propane stoves, you're dependent on propane, which will eventually run out. Learn how to make a fire. That's one of your best benefits in the outdoors as an outdoors person or as a prepper you can do is learning how to make a fire and learn how to make it with different kinds of wood, dry wood, wet wood, damp wood. Learn how to find dry wood when it's wet. Learn how to find things like fat wood and things like that to help you. Learn what a flint and steel is, you know, a ferro rod or ferrous rod or however the hell you want to say it. But Victoria says fuel propane. Yeah, fuel again, fuel propane. You're going to be dependent. Wood stove is another great. See, now a wood stove is a good thing as long as you are physically able to go out and chop wood and process wood. Okay. Not everybody's level of ability will allow them to do that. So keep that in mind. Me, I'm a wood chopper. I got a wood pile at my front door. I go out, I chop wood, and I put I actually got to start getting ready for winter, you know, because that's coming up. But a wood stove is another great idea because it uses, you can put anything in there. You can put paper in there. I even make paper bricks out of the shredded paper that I use, which is a great resource. It's upcycling the garbage and turning it into something useful. So any other great ones you guys got? What other fuel sources do you guys? I'm gonna start asking you guys because I don't want to tell everybody everything. The chat needs to get involved. Victoria's doing a great job. What other fuel sources could we use in a emergency prepping situation, such as a wood stove, propane fuel? What do you guys think? What do you got? Let me see what you say. You know, because again, I'm curious to hear what you guys say. See, the good thing is my big chat, at least, is not behind the other chat. At least I don't think it is. I haven't looked at my I have my restream behind my big chat. So I haven't even looked at my restream chat. Actually, let's see. Yeah, wood stove. So yeah, it's pretty damn accurate. My buddy heater, says Victoria. Okay, you know what? Yeah, you could. You could actually cook on a buddy heater. Absolutely. If you did it the right way. I firmly believe you could. You could fry an egg. Look, I live in Florida. I could fry an egg on the sidewalk in summertime. No joking you. No joking. I was even telling my son the other day, I'm like, dude, it's so hot. We could fry an egg out here. It's unbearable. We just talking heat or vehicles? Well, we're talking a heating source. So a fire source. So this fire source can either be to warm you or more importantly to cook, to boil water. Obviously a fire would be the best. Now, what other fire making methods can you recommend, Vash? Can you say other than flint and steel? I mean, we've got propane stove, we got wood stove, a buddy heater, which is pretty neat. But we're talking about a fire source for the prepping community. I've got a few more I could tell you, but I want to get you guys involved. Every week, my chat sits there, and I watch it, and I sit there. I'm going to interact with y'all from here on out because, dang it, it's more fun. I like when you guys are involved. It keeps me going. It keeps me excited. So be sure to share us out too, man. I'll be honest with you, YouTube's really been putting me in a depressive mood where my growth rate and things just haven't been what they're supposed to be. So I hope that my community will lift me up by sharing out the streams, sharing out the videos. Camp stove. All right. That's another good one. But a camp stove, that would rely on propane. What other fuel sources can we come up with? I have one other right off the top of my head, and I'm waiting to see if somebody hits it. Hey, Infantry Outdoors. What's up, bro? How you doing, JH? Good to see you, man. So glad to have you. We're talking prepping tonight, and right now, JH, my question to everybody is, we're talking about fire preps, right? And we've already said that you can have propane stove, you can have wood stove, camp stove, a buddy heater. What ways can you recommend that would be a fire source, whether it be for fire for heat, fire for cooking, fire for boiling water in an emergency situation? Sister, I'm sorry. My bad. chafing burners. Okay, I think you hit what I'm thinking about. I think you're hitting what's a chafing burner, Victoria. Solar. Okay, that's a good one. A solar cooker. You know, you could use solar. Now, mind you, we're not talking about charging your batteries. We're talking about, you know, cooking, boiling water, but solar. If you know how to make a solar still, you can distill your water. If you know how to, I've seen it where you can take a damn Pringles can and make a hot dog cooker. Pretty neat stuff. No worries. Thank you so much. I mean, JH556, your name is just like, there's no help for me on that one. I'm sorry. There's no gender. You're gender neutral on that one. But it's so good to have you. I hope you're having an awesome week. Basically, we covered before you guys got in here. If anybody wants to touch base on any of the back stuff, we got freeze-dried foods. We've got foods. We've got, you know, this is all stuff that we've talked about over on the channel over the last several months, you know, with everything going on. You can really go back and watch. I'm just basically touching on it this tonight because it's apparently National Preparedness Month. Yeah, damn month and day for everything nowadays, you know. But yeah, so we got fire. Oh, here's another thing we got to talk about tonight in the prep situation. Now, again, I'm putting this out as a neutral type scenario. But of course, if you are disabled, please ask questions or put your specific thing in there because that's what I want to feature. Shelter or the lack thereof. What happens if you lose your shelter, your home, or you're not home and disaster strikes? What are you going to do for shelter? And what are some options you guys can recommend for a easy shelter situation? Should you either lose your, like, let's say my house get wiped away in a tornado and me and the wife and kids somehow made it through. We're fine, but now we need a shelter situation. Or, you know, your car breaks down and you do what you're not supposed to do and leave the vehicle and venture off to try to get help. What do you guys think shelter situations? Now, back to the question of the chafing burners. Are you talking about sterno, Victoria? Because I've been thinking it the whole time and nobody said it. Sterno cans, little cans of sterno. Basically, it's I can't say these words, guys. Isopropic alcohol inside of there and a little gelatin pack, a thing that holds the isopropyl alcohol in there, and it makes a burner. I've used them in Cub Scouts. I've used them in Boy Scouts. Victoria says yes. Yeah, that's the one. So, yeah. Sterno, man, heat in the can. JH's icon makes me think they are a gun-toting girl. Am I right? I bet you're right, Bash. Yes. Yeah, you know, Bash, you can isopropyl my butt. I can't say the word isopropyl. It's alcohol. It's alcohol. Chafing is when you get to a hot place and you don't want. Chafing is when you get too hot in a place you don't want to. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, chafing is just something you don't want to do. It irritates. It's not good. But here's another one for nobody's actually answered the question. So what shelter situations would you guys recommend? Because I'm curious on that one. What would you guys say would be good for sheltering? That's what we call them. Chafers. Man, I call them sterno cans. I ain't never heard. I mean, I've heard of a chafing dish, but I'm too poor to understand what chafing dishes and fine china. I have a box of fine china in my house that's from a long time ago, Poland, probably worth a lot of damn money. I don't know nothing about it, man. I eat a fork to eat my fork food. I use a spoon to use my spoon food. A knife to cut my steak, and that's pretty much it, boys and girls. I might have a crock pot and a mixer. I got you there, but chafing dishes and all, man, it's sterno. Sterno in a can. Heat in the can. Sterno. Hell, even the water boy knew that. You know, remember the water boy? We used the heat in the can sterno to heat the water. Oh, I'm just kidding. Chafing dishes. I don't know. So what does that mean? Your dish has a rash because it's too hot down there? Is that what happens to the dish? Because it starts chafing? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, guys, like I say, as we getting ready to, start winding down for the night. Wait, what is it? My kind of girl. Now, wait, hold on. I missed that comment. How did I miss that comment? My kind of girl. Laugh out loud. Thanks for the laugh. Trying to say an infantry. No worries, bro. Look, man, I'm not a doctor. All right. Isopropyl. Wait, hold on. Wait, he wrote it. Isopropyl. There you go. Isopropyl alcohol. It's freaking alcohol, dude. It's like, all right. I get into trapping, right? So, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. So, I start learning on how to do and what to do with obviously, with how to tend the hides, prepare the hides, salt and dry the hides, right? Okay, well, you get to the salt part of most people's YouTube videos. And this person says, table salt. And this person said, oh, no, I only use kosher salt. This person said, oh, I only use this salt. Listen, at the end of the day, let's see if Vash going to get me for this one. If it's sodium chloride, it's salt. Period. I'm not eating it. I'm not doing anything fancy with it. I'm rubbing it on a dead animal. So what I've learned to do is I go to Walmart and I get a big giant bag of swimming pool salt, which is sodium chloride. I know that they're chunky granules, so when I need them, I fill up the blender. I blend it, and guess what? I got salt to salt the hides. Shelter under fallen trees and more branches and leaves to cover the cracks. That's a good one. Vash says no. Yup, no. Who we answering to? What do you mean no? Did I say something wrong? You gonna give me now a sodium chloride? I'm pretty sure sodium chloride is salt. But again, like I said, everybody says you can't use iodized salt. And I get why you can't use iodized salt because there's iodine in it. But regular salt is regular salt. What does that say? Oh, I thought you meant chemically. Yes, sodium chloride is called that because it's bonded to chloride. Right. But am I right or wrong here that sodium chloride, like if I buy swimming pool salt, it's the same salt as the farm salt, is the same salt. I mean, it's salt. I get that, like, you have iodized salt, which has iodine in it. But generally speaking, salt, sodium chloride is salt. The bag, if you go to the store and you buy a big ass bag of sodium chloride, it's salt. And I've learned that because when you start doing a hide, you go through salt. Like, these aren't little raccoons we're getting. They're decent sized raccoons. So in the 5 raccoons I've done, I've gone through a bag of pool salt. Excuse me. But that's why I wanted to find a cheaper alternative, because if you go and you buy the 1 pound things of salt or even a bag of salt, that's $2, $3, $4 for a little bag, for a little can. Where the pool salt, I'm paying for less than $5 for a big bag of salt, you know. And that's another thing as preppers you can do too, is start looking at other alternatives to, you know, getting your means of things like salt. You know, you may find yourself a salt block. It's sodium chloride, but if you grind it down, it makes salt. That says, interesting question. How I'm going to be hunting for an answer. Is any sodium fine? Hey, I might hang out with you. You want to look this up? I'll wait. Because I'll catch your live stream and replay later. Gotta go. Night, y'all. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Victoria. You too. Thank you for coming in. Much appreciated. And I hope you be with us next Friday. Really appreciate that too. And thanks for bringing what you have to the table. I love when you guys comment and stuff, man. It really, really pops the stream, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, is any sodium fine? I would love to know, because again, I'm new to this. All right. I'm willing to learn. Coyote will tell you. I call Coyote whenever I have a problem. And I'm very thankful for that, because he's helped me with a lot of stuff. But everybody has their own way of doing things. That's the whole thing of it. You know, everybody has their own traditions. Everybody has their own methods. Everybody will say, oh, don't do this, or do this, or don't do that, and don't do it. Like, what I do differently that Coyote doesn't do. I do the same process as Coyote. The only difference that I do from Coyote to what Coyote does, I put a little bit of Dawn dish detergent in my buckets of salt water when I'm cleaning the hide and before I'm getting ready to tan the hide. I do this solely for the reason of just cleaning the hide. It doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't make a damn bit of difference to what's happening to the hide. But when you see what comes off in the bucket, you'll be like, wow, I get why you do it. Gets rid of a lot of the smell. It gets rid of a lot of the dirt. It also helps, you know, kill ticks and anything that might be on the skin. You guys also have to remember too, when I do this stuff, I'm like inches away from the hide or the body or whatever I'm doing. So anyway, I can cut down the smell of death. Sure, trust me, I'm gonna do it. But anyways, family, that's where I think we're gonna call it for tonight. We've covered a bunch of topics that I know we've covered a bunch of times here on the channel, and I'm glad that you guys stuck around and did it with me again. It is National Preparedness Month, so I want to make sure you guys are prepared. What else do I want to say? Tuesday, new Trapping Tuesday is coming out this Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, I'm just putting out a shortened version of the Jace Case commercial. It's basically just a commercial that's in that video. Okay, here's a Tanner's suggestion on salt. All right, I'm gonna wait and hear this. Okay, here's a Tanner's suggestion on salt. All right, I'm waiting for this. I want to hear what Vash found. Because again, everybody has their own way. And I always say this this is what I said when I did all of my furring videos, if anybody watched them, is that this is my way. This is the way that I've learned from watching a lot of YouTubers doing it a lot of different ways. And talking to Coyote and Mayhem and people that have done it physically and asking questions. I haven't found an issue in the process that I'm doing. We did have one issue. We did, which Kyle will talk, you know, tell you guys about it. One of the coons that we caught, my process, as you've seen, is I will skin the hide. I'll then fill a bucket with salt water, and some Dawn, and I'll clean the hide. I'll let it sit in there for 24 hours in the salt, soapy water. And then the next day, I will thoroughly rinse, you know, the hide. until the water in the bucket becomes clear. And then I will go flesh the hide. I've done this with all the raccoons up until this point. Now, this particular one was the one my son shot, and he skinned. So I was going to go on his wall and his mount and everything, and he's still upset about it. But the next day, I go to the bucket, and I go to clean the hide, and as I don't pull down the hide, I squeeze, and go down the hide, right, to get all the water out. And then I'll rinse fresh water, repeat the process. Well, on Brandon's hide, I noticed the whole bottom of the bucket was full of hair. So I open the hide up like this, and I look at it, and sure enough, there's patches where there's no hair. I immediately called Coyote. I'm like, hey, dude, what does this mean? He goes, get it as far away from your house as you can. Something was wrong with that raccoon. Don't let your dogs get near it. Get rid of it. And I did. So we have had an instance where there was something wrong with that raccoon. And when you guys see it in the video, it'll be in the video when it comes up on the double day or the double week. You'll see that it just didn't look right in the cage. It really didn't look right. So it could have had mange. There could have been something wrong with it. And in the skinning process, or, that's how we found out. But, all right, let me see what Vash says here. Vash says, use fine grain, non-iodized, recommended hay and stock salt. Don't use rock salt. Okay. Check other types. Oh, wait, hold on. That's from the Tannery Inc. I didn't check other types of salt. But, well, again, it's just fine salt. That's pretty much all, with no iodine in it. What I do is I buy the pool salt. Now, pool salt, it comes in little like cubes, little squares. I put it in the blender and I turn it into powder and I put it on the hide and it works great. It costs less than $5. So, but yeah, I mean, you don't have to use, the right thing all the time. But I do appreciate that, Bash, man. That's really cool. Fine grain, non-iodized. Iodine strains. Recommended hay and stock salt. Don't use rock salt. Yeah, you don't want to use rock salt. It won't do much. Because, again, you want to get that salt into the pores of the hide so that you can properly dry it out. Anywho, everybody, it is time to say ta-ta to the chat for tonight. Thank you guys so much for being with me and being here tonight with all the new cool effects that we have up here. I hope you really enjoyed the new work and the hard work I'm putting into the program. With that said, this Tuesday, check out the trap line. This week's episode is called I think it's called A Cool Surprise. Wednesday, again, it will be just a short release of the Jace, and then we'll see you back here Friday for more Preparedness Month here on the program. Big shout out going out to Vash. Big shout out going out to Victoria, to Rainbow River, to JH556, and everybody else that participated in tonight's chat. I really enjoyed it. Hope that you did too. And as always, I hope that this and all of my adventures here on this program inspires you to get outdoors. So until we meet again, so I have a new setup, so I have to figure out what's going on. I'm the Infantry saying thank you so much for watching. If you haven't given a thumbs up on your way out, if you could do so, that would be awesome. With that said, guys, I hope you have an amazing night, and I hope that this and all of my adventures inspires you to get outdoors. Until we meet again, see you next Friday.
In today's world of technology, supply shortages, fuel shortages, and war, Now, more than ever, is the time to prepare. Throughout human history, over 1 billion people have died from disease that would have been cured by everyday antibiotics. Over 99% of Americans do not have a supply of emergency antibiotics. Over 98% of antibiotics are produced overseas. The chance that that antibiotic supply chain could be interrupted at some point is 100%. If that were to happen, experts predict that local pharmacies would run out of antibiotics in a few weeks. The time to prepare is now. Every home needs to purchase a Jace case. If we got your attention, visit our website today at jacemedical.com/Infantry Outdoors. Be sure to use promo code Infantry10 for 10% off your order. Be prepared with Jace Case.
Infantry Outdoors live stream is brought to you in part by Silver Connections Group, a digital marketing agency providing website development, Google boosting, social media management, and so much more. Visit them online at silverconnectionsmobile.com or call today. Also by water purification products, pure water at your fingertips, providing the complete package, including sales, installation, and service, fully licensed and insured. Visit them at waterpurificationproducts.com or give them a call today. Pure water is at your fingertips. And Mayhem Studios for all your multimedia needs. They'll give your videos a professional look. Contact them at mayhemstudios@yahoo.com. And also, don't forget, use promo code INFANTRY to unlock more savings.